Hi, my name is Kareen. I teach at Y Yoga. This tutorial is all about safe prenatal core exercises. So there are some things that you need to avoid, such as deep twists, practicing on your belly, or big extensions. We really want to allow ourselves to have a lot of strength and protection around this region. So in fact, there are lots of exercises that you can do on your knees. I'll just demonstrate this one. Coming on all four. And just staying here, your baby is actually in a hammock, getting a lot of freedom, but you are already going to tone your belly as you draw the belly in and up so that you're not sagging. And you're toning also your upper body by drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Your toes are nice and active. You can tuck or untuck your toes. Just make sure you're not flaring your heels in or out. And you can stay here, or some of us might take one toe behind. Your left hand might come forward. Your hand can stay on the floor, or you might float it up. Perhaps you'll float your legs off. Make sure when you do these movements that you're not starting to collapse in your lower back. Let's try the other side, because both sides are usually different. It also depends on where baby is. Sometimes they like to hang out in one side, and you'll feel you need to give yourself more support by placing perhaps your hand down. Lengthening, finding that space, and slowly releasing. So these are really useful coming on all four movements. You can also practice on your knees. You can also practice standing, balancing postures that tones the whole core. Standing with your right leg on the floor, left toe in front, arms out to the side, and then playing with just switching. Naturally, you're toning the core. Now let's talk about this safe core exercise that's going to prepare you for childbirth. We're going to talk about the pelvic floor toning, the abdominal toning, and also the vocal toning. My teacher, Janice Clarefield, said that when we can allow our throat to be open on the exhale, we're going to have an easier birth. So let's try by taking our hands on our belly and one on the heart. Just find a comfortable seat, or maybe you're laying on the side, and just feel your breath. Coming back to that diaphragmatic breath, the up and down motion of the diaphragm, our respiratory muscle, and the pelvis, the pelvic floor, some call it the lower diaphragm. So noticing that relationship. And now the throat, notice if you're holding any tension around the neck. And if you do, it does affect everything else. There's that sacral cranial relationship. So just observe and not to worry too much. You're already breathing. You've been breathing all your life. So you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing right here, right now, by being with your breath. And now just using your imagery, your imagination, in the end of your inhale, when your ballooning breath expand, begin to draw the pelvic floor in and up. So that's the tailbone, sit bones, and pubic bone area, those 4 points drawing into the center. And imagine now as you exhale that they draw in, all the way in, and relax them back down. Okay? So inhaling, everything widens. In the end of your inhale, begin to draw that pelvic floor in and up. And as you exhale, begin to draw the abdominal in. And then relax everything in the end of your exhale. Let's try that again. I know it can be confusing. Just know once again, you can't do this wrong. You're just playing with it. Inhaling, everything is big. In the end of your inhale, you'll draw the pelvic floor in and up. And then exhale, everything softens. Okay. Inhale. End of your inhale, pelvic floor draws in, and everything descends. Now we'll add the vocal toning. So inhaling, end of your inhale, draw the pelvic floor in and up, and using the sound to keep it open. And notice how when you exhale with the sound, perhaps you'll notice that your exhale is longer. And that can be very useful to allow you to become a little bit more relaxed. So the exhale relates to our nervous system and allows you to be more centered. Never trying to push. You'll notice the change in the voice. If you push and restrict, you can play with the tone. Maybe it's higher, maybe it's lower. See what comes naturally for you. Let's do it 3 more times. Breathing in. In the end of your inhale, start to contract by drawing the pelvic floor in and up. Think of your pelvic floor lifting towards your heart chakra. And as you exhale, of course, your breath might be different from mine. Breathe in and then contract. And when you're ready, one more time, breathing in. End of the inhale, draw it up, seal it in, and letting go. I hope you continue to practice and enjoy this vocal toning, abdominal baby hugging, pelvic floor strengthening all at once. Namaste.